Yeah, so I have my hand is on the pedestal with a flower, and then my other hand is receptive to people in a welcoming, friendly manner.
I want to just hold that for a few seconds.
Oh, okay.
I think so.
Great. Now, I was very impressed with the different roles that you play. Who are you playing upon? I mean, who did you call upon to get through those three different acts? One as the queen in jail and as the statue.
Well, I think for any actor, a lot of it is just the discovery of the truth of the story and the truth of the text. So I don't reference anything in particular other than the work that we're doing with the text. We spend a lot of time with Isabel Anderson, who's the director, who's also a teacher. And so we did a big workshop leading up to actually starting rehearsals a couple months ago. And it gives us a really good opportunity to delve into the text deeply. And one of the things that I as an actor always do is I go through the text. One of the first things I do is I look for what is said about her, gestures or expressions or dynamic or anything that's described about her, be it people talking directly to me or be it in other scenes of people describing me. So that kind of peppers what my how I portray it. It's just because obviously I want to go back to what Shakespeare wrote specifically about the characters.
So what did you like best about this play for you?
It was the fact it's not done very often, so it's kind of a privilege to be able to do it and to be able to work with Isabel and a very, very, very committed cast who has been working with it in a workshop setting for so long that we were meeting monthly, and we would go through the text and work on a lot of other components of it with her before we even officially started rehearsals. And so it was really exciting to kind of get as in-depth as humanly possible, not just with this incredibly talented group of people, but with a director who's also a teacher, and to be able to take advantage of her knowledge and her experience in a sort of workshop classroom environment. So that was really it was such a privilege to be able to do all of that with all of these people and with her, but then to also use that for a play that is not well done or frequently done, because people view it as a problem play, because it is very difficult to have half of the story as this deep tragedy and then suddenly it changes completely to comedy, and how to tie them in together so that it makes sense. So that was it, just being able to do this show with these people was a huge privilege.
You reminded me of some of the models in Vegas, the still models that they're standing or sitting.
Who's standing up there? Yes. it's definitely it's a little something that I had to practice at home. I had to figure out what was the best way for me to be able to sustain it for that long, which I'm sure any actress playing this role has to go through there, figuring out what is the best way to have my feet, what is the best way to not lock my knees, how to have my hands this way, what to focus on. We had to figured out we had to put a pedestal there because of the height and the perception down to the floor. It's really jarring to not have have a focal point to actually be in contact with. But I personally, I'm very focused on the pedestal and the flower visually, so I have a focal point, and I have this hand really relaxed, but my knees are very loose, and I'm actually moving my toes a lot, which is a way to keep the blood circulation still going. And I'm also just listening. I mean, frankly, I have these incredibly talented actors down here telling this beautiful story, and there's wonderful moments, so it's actually easy for me to get caught up in listening to what they're saying. So.
Well, I do admire you as a queen in this play.
Oh, thank you.
And I think you're the star of the film.
Oh, well, thank you very much. I appreciate that.